y'all? I'm so glad you made it to my channel. My name is Olivia Harris, and today I'm going to be giving you guys some social tips that I've learned along the way that are tried and true and have helped me through. And bars. Okay, and I'm going to try to help you guys with knowing your worth. Something that is a lifelong journey. So today, prayerfully, I will be bringing you guys some of the best. Without further being said, let's just get into this video. Let's get started.
24 seconds, yeah, you better not stop. You got 24 seconds, can you beat the shot?
I'm back. I have learned some great stuff starting this first quarter of school. I started school with this terrible mindset that I wasn't gonna make any friends. I don't want friends. Crazy, but I ended up getting outside of my shell and talking to people that I didn't even know existed. For me, that was a pretty big start. I don't have many friends, and for me to get out there and start talking to people and then come back with people who seem interested in me, seem to want to be my friends. If you want help with making some new friends, getting yourself out there, getting more involved in your school, community, your life, these tips are for you. But before we can start opening ourselves up to others, we have to know who we are first. The analogy I'm about to tell you guys about is like something that I literally had an enlightenment about maybe a week ago, and I feel like God just gave it to me. Like, it was just so perfect. I was feeling insecure. I didn't know if one of the girls liked me or even like thought I was interesting to talk to. Nobody seemed to be reciprocating my energy, you know, so I kind of just stepped back. I wasn't gonna like initiate anything, and I was gonna see if they initiated stuff with me to see if they were really interested in me or whatever. And I was just feeling really insecure. Like, I was running for vice president or whatever, getting outside my shell, trying to like just put myself out there more, learn more about myself in that. So I ran for vice president, whatever. And well, this analogy is perfect for when you're tempted to match people's negative energy, when people are being mean to you, have things to say about you, they don't like something that you do, or it's just a great confidence boost when you're feeling insecure or when you're dealing with haters, okay? Because haters are so real. So I call this analogy the princess analogy. If you're a Christian, you believe in God, you believe in Jesus, and basically Jesus is king, right? If you believe in Christ Jesus, you are royalty, right? Jesus is your king, you're the princess. What you need to remind yourself is a princess is confident, okay? A princess knows her value. She knows she's royalty, okay? She knows that she's the daughter of a king. And so she was trained by her king, which in this case is God. There are people in the kingdom that aren't gonna always agree with the king or his values or the way he runs his kingdom. And the daughter, she's raised to honor the king in everything she does and to represent him well. So when she goes out into the kingdom, she is kind to people, she is loving, she's very gentle, she's down to earth, she keeps her head on straight, patient, she's very loving, all the great things that a princess would have. She's just great, okay? A lot of people really love the princess. She's not like, oh, I'm the princess, I don't gotta fool with y'all. But then, as expected, there are people in the kingdom that do not like the princess. And for no particular reason. They don't have to have a reason to not like the princess. They just don't like her. So, you know, when she comes into and she's helping and kissing babies, whatever, the people that don't like her, they're just like,
why is she doing that? She's trying to.
They're just talking. But what does the princess do? She's still kind to them. She still loves them. If you notice the princess behavior, she never gets down to their level. Just because the people don't like the princess, she's not over there like side-eyeing them, being rude to them and mean to them. She knows that she is the daughter of the king. She knows she has things that she needs to do. She knows that not everybody is going to like what she does that her father taught her. She knows that everyone's not going to agree with what she does or how she behaves, but she knows that she still has a standard to uphold. She knows that she has to stick to her values, and she doesn't deter from her values because other people don't like her or aren't interested in her. She knows her worth. All of this is to say that we know our worth. The princess knows her worth. She knows that these people are just talking. They don't have anything to add or take away from her royalty. She is a princess and she carries herself as such. She's not going to get deterred. She's not going to get on their level. You guys are a princess. You guys are royalty. Okay? So do not start getting on people's level when they talk trash about you, when they're rude to you, when they're mean to you. They're just hating. But you have a mission to accomplish. Okay? You have things to do. You have things in your life that people aren't gonna agree with all the time. But that doesn't mean just because they don't like it, you start leaving your values to go please the people that don't like you. Mind you, there's so many people that do like the princess because of how she carries herself. So just stay in the way you carry yourself, and you seriously can find your worth in Jesus. God literally gave me that analogy when I was feeling insecure about myself. I had to remind myself I'm a princess, okay? And she doesn't match their energy, right? But what's crazy is my literal spiritual formation teacher, she literally had like a similar analogy. She was talking about how we're kings and queens and we don't deal with peasants. Peasants meaning the people that are swearing, the people that are being disrespectful to people. Like, we're not associating ourselves with that energy because we have a standard to uphold, is what she was saying. Her point was about making good decisions and stuff like that. But my point is really just feeling that confidence of knowing that you are the daughter of a king. Even though people don't like you, you're still that girl. You're still that girl, and nobody can take that away. There are other princesses around you. You don't have to be mean and rude to another princess because she may have different stuff going on in her kingdom. Let's talk about there's other princesses and they have their own kingdom to take care of. They have their own set of people that they were assigned to focus on. They have their own life. They have their own qualities and gifts. We all have the same father, right? But your sister princesses, they are for one part of the kingdom and the other sister is for another part of the kingdom, but you don't need to be focused on them. Focus on your assignment, period. Okay, so just stop getting jealous of sister over here. Stop getting jealous of sister over here. Stay in your lane. You have the jewels on your crown that are meant for you. Okay, you have all of the dresses that are meant for you. You have whatever qualities God gave you, those are meant for you. Don't worry about what everybody else got, okay? Stay in your lane, okay? So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about knowing your worth today. Now we can talk about some social tips. Let's start with introducing yourself. Earlier this year, I just decided, okay, I'm trying to build my, confidence. So I need to go over there to these basketball girls and I need to go and introduce myself. So that's exactly what I did. I was nervous, but my developing self talked me into doing it. I was able to walk over there and I just introduced myself. Hey, my name is Olivia. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Shake the hand. Shake every girl's hand, and it was good. And it was naturally welcoming. They didn't have any hostile energy. And it just goes to show that, don't be afraid, guys. Really. If I didn't go over there and introduce myself, I could have stopped myself from having a good relationship with new people that I've never met. Just because I talked myself into thinking that those girls weren't gonna like me, or that they weren't gonna be welcoming, or they were ignoring me when I gave them their compliments. Just talking yourself out of things can really deter you from making real progress in your journey and really making real progress in your life, your confidence, stuff like that. So you gain confidence by going to do those things. So that's exactly what I did, and it turned out great. Now I'm starting to build relationships with new girls, and it's just exciting. So go over there and introduce yourself. I know it's hard. If you feel like you're starting to get nervous about it, just go do it quickly and then walk away. You don't have to stay try to figure out how to have a conversation. Now if you want to, you can. All you have to do is go over there and introduce yourself to someone you think is interesting, and then you can walk away and go back into your introverted state. It's okay, I promise. One of my favorite conversational tips I believe God also gave me is to acknowledge the elephant in the room. This has helped me countless times when I feel nervous to talk to people. I don't even know what to talk to people about. There's this girl, I said I like her hair. She said thank you. It was dry, you know what I'm saying? And I'm very particular about how I like people to respond, if I feel welcome, blah, blah, blah. I go in the bathroom, the same girl is there, she compliments me on my hair, and I'm like, thank you so much. So then it gets awkward, it's that awkward silence, and literally what you do is you acknowledge the awkwardness. So I literally said, this is a moment where I would typically pull out my phone. I was acknowledging the fact that if I had my phone, I would pull it out because the situation was awkward. And she laughed about it. She didn't know what I was saying at first, and I just explained it. There you go, conversation. When you go to a person, you don't know what to talk to them about, you're saying, hi, what's your name, whatever, dead silence. Well, this is awkward. There you go, conversation right there, because the other person is likely feeling exactly what you're feeling or something similar. And so you acknowledging that automatically makes that other person feel comfortable, because it's oh, she understands. And then you just start talking about how it feels awkward. This tip is really good because once you acknowledge the elephant in the room, that automatically just helps that person feel comfortable and safe, knowing that, okay, it's okay to feel those emotions, like it's not just me. So that's what I do in any conversation. Even when I ran up for vice president or whatever, I acknowledged to the room that I was a little bit nervous. And guess what? Everyone's like, it's okay, no. There you go. Like, it immediately made me feel a little bit more comfortable because other people could relate to the fact that I'm feeling nervous. Acknowledge the elephant in the room is very beneficial, is very helpful. When you don't know what to say in the conversation, just be like, oh, well, this is awkward. I don't really know what to say here. You know, just say it. Guys, I promise it helps. The next tip, like, I really think we underestimate the power of a smile. Guys, like, I get so many compliments on my smile because it's genuine. I don't just smile like, hey. Like, I hate when people do that to me because it's like you're fake. But like genuinely like, hey, how are you? Like smiling, that can really impact people. It can really brighten their day. I've really heard of the effects of my smile from other people and how they really feel blessed by when I just smile at them. And I think everyone should just start smiling at people. Smile at strangers because it really helps people feel loved and like there's still kindness in the world. So guys, like if you want to make friends, if you want to start being more social, if you want to seem more approachable, start smiling. And not some fake smile, not some, that's not a smile. Hi, you know, I'm here. Keep your hands out, keep your hands present. Like all those things help people feel safe and welcome to speak to you. Like I encounter this every day. There are people at school and they will have this like stern look on their face. You don't know if you should say hi. You don't know if you keep walking. You don't know because you can't read people like that. If you smile, it's like, hey, I'm welcome to come talk. I'm a nice person. You're welcome here. And that's what that speaks to other people. So yes, smile, smile, smile. So my channel is all about you guys growing with me. I don't want it to seem like I have it all together or like I'm perfect. I'm really not, guys. I'm still struggling with this concept myself. But these are some tips that have got me further along my journey. So I'm sharing those with you. So now I'm going to share where I am with this. My struggle with this right now is just people that are hard to read. Again, the unapproachable thing, like it can be really hard for me. I start getting insecure, like talking to people because my mind spins all these things. Do you really want to talk to me? Do you hate me? Do you like me? Am I annoying you? Should I stop talking to you? All these different thoughts come in my head when I talk to people that, you know, maybe don't greet me with the same energy or maybe are like toned with their response. That can make me feel like, oh, am I not welcome here? Do you not want to talk to me? Just very awkward. Like it can be very uncomfortable. So that's where I am in this. And what I'm trying to teach myself is that just because people may not respond in the way that you're used to or the way that you respond doesn't mean they don't like you or doesn't mean that they're not interested in you either. They just have a different style of talking, different style of approaching people. And I think the more we start accepting that people aren't exactly like ourselves, that's the more we'll be able to grow with this journey and be more social with people and just learning how to adjust. I think for me right now, what I'm gonna do to help myself is be more consistent. Instead of matching this person's energy or these people's energy, I'm gonna be energetic and happy in myself anytime I contact them so they know, okay, when it's Olivia, she's always gonna be this way. Versus having these different approaches every time. Like they don't know what to expect when it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just be consistent. That's where I am. Another social tip. Let's talk about assuming people have a problem with you. Guys, this was also an issue with me just a couple days ago. Actually, I walk in the room, a certain class every day to go see my best friend. And I started feeling like people were side-eyeing me when I walked in. And I automatically assumed it was about me. I automatically interpreted like, oh, these people are annoying I'm coming in, or oh, this girl doesn't like me anymore. So exactly what I did is after school, I walked over and I said, I know y'all be getting annoyed when I come in. And then she was literally like, no, I don't care, girl. I don't be worried about people. And I was just like, oh. I literally told myself a narrative in my head that wasn't even true. And all I had to do was ask. Guys, if you are ever feeling like someone doesn't like you or, you know, their energy is off with you, literally bring it up. Bring it up in a conversation. Oh, what's wrong? Do you not like me? I'll literally do that to my teachers all the time. Give people the benefit of the doubt. I think, like, don't assume the worst. Some of my favorite teachers, like, if their energy is weird, I'd be like, are you okay? You didn't say you love me too, you know? Like, literally asking them and they'll typically be like, oh my gosh, no, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to miss your message. I didn't mean to not respond. everything's okay with me. Like people will literally clarify for you. All you have to do is ask. Try not to jump to conclusions. That is a big problem for me and I'm working on it. But guys, yes, people don't want to intentionally hurt you, is what I'm trying to understand in my journey. So just remember that for yours. Let's talk about awkward moments. Guys, okay, a couple days ago, I literally had this weird interaction with one of the basketball coaches, right? He was trying to come in to dap me up. I did some type of hit, here, and I was like, why did I do that? Like, and he was like, it's okay. Guys, embrace those awkward moments, because like the next time he came over to dap me up, he started doing the hit, and it just became like some type of weird handshake thing. Start embracing those awkward moments, because people really aren't like as hard on you as you think they are. You're really 9 times out of 10 more hard on yourself about the situation. Some people may not embrace it. Some people may be like, what are you doing? But thankfully the guy, he was like, it's okay, and like started like making it a thing. Some people may not, but it's okay. Like, start reassuring yourself that it's okay to be a human and not have everything all together, not be like everybody else and just dap up and keep it moving. Like, it's okay. 9 times out of 10, people are more worried about how they look approaching you. And again, guys, remember, it is okay to be friends with people that are different than you. Everyone's not going to approach you the same way you approach them. Everybody's not going to talk to you the way you talk to them. Everyone's not going to believe in the same thing as you believe. But that doesn't make them any less human, any less amazing. So it is okay to be friends with anyone. And you can probably learn a thing or two from people that are living a different lifestyle. And my last tip for the day, guys, something I want you guys to know about me. I'm literally a crybaby, and I'm over here telling you guys it's okay all the time. I'm like trying to coach y'all through stuff. I cry a lot, and sometimes I cry at school. Like, sometimes I will go in the bathroom, excuse myself, go in the stall and cry, because like sometimes I don't like people's energy. Sometimes people hurt my feelings. But guys, crying is not weakness, and I'm so tired of people like saying, like, acting like, oh, why are you crying so much? Why is she crying? Making fun of people. Like, and the real weak ones are the ones that cry at home and don't have the guts to go ask for help or some comfort, okay? Because sometimes that's just what humans need. Sometimes people just need a hug. You don't know what's going on in their home life. You don't know what's going on outside of school. So to call somebody weak or make fun of somebody because they're crying or they always have their head down at the table, it was both sides. Sometimes I was the one crying, and sometimes, you know, I had a dark humor. But guys, if you're gonna laugh at people that are crying, please go do that in a private space. Do not start gossiping about it with your friends. Like, it's okay to cry. People are sensitive, and it doesn't make them weak. Sensitivity doesn't make people weak, okay? My final example is, let's say you said something to somebody and they kind of blow it out of proportion. They're getting really upset about it. They're getting really sad about it. They're taking it to a new level within themselves. You don't have to baby them. You don't have to coddle them. You don't have to do none of that. They're responsible for their own emotions, but that does not mean that you invalidate their feelings. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, you're doing too much, blah, blah, blah. I do that a lot sometimes. Like, I do that a lot. Like, when I feel like people are dragging stuff out, or they're being like way too sensitive about something, or like taking something to a new level, I will be like, you're doing the most, like, chill out. It wasn't even like that. But I have to stop that within myself. I don't have to baby them. I don't have to call them. I can remove myself from the situation, but I also don't have to invalidate this person's experience. Just remember that when you see people cry and stuff like that, it is okay for them to cry. It is okay for them to show emotion, because again, the real weak ones, the real wimpy ones are the ones that cry at home and don't ask for help. So, woo! That's all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and join the club. I have some new and exciting stuff coming. I hope this video gets out to you guys as soon as possible. I have a really busy life, a very busy schedule, and I'm just trying to do the best I can like everybody else is. So yeah, but anyway, stay smart, y'all. Bye.